Hey, what's going on, guys? My name is Jake. Welcome back to the channel. I am a full-time couch flipper down here in Tampa, Florida, and essentially what I do is I buy couches below market value and I sell them at market value. I have about 6 units in the garage right now. Um, it's been kind of a busy yet slow week. It's been kind of an ironic week, but super stoked for this weekend. I'm actually filming this on Thursday night, so tomorrow's Friday, and I have, like I said, 6 or 7 units in the garage right now, so it should be a very fantastic weekend to end the month. Um, but in this video, I kind of wanted to go over something that you may or may not be thinking about if you're thinking about couch flipping either full time or part time. The pros and the cons. I know I've mostly focused on the pros because I am so excited about starting this venture and this new business. But there's also some cons. Not everything is perfect, right? There's always good with the bad. So I kind of wanted to highlight the pros again and really go in depth, and then also highlight the cons. I did write it down here just so I don't forget. Like I said, I've talked about the pros a lot, so I kind of want to start with the negatives. Before I even started thinking about flipping a couch, or after I watched Ryan's video a few months back and seeing if it was something that I could even do right in my town, or make any money, or is it worth it? I've been in the corporate world now for 6 or 7 years, worked my way up the ladder, and kind of gotten those cushy jobs where I didn't have to do a whole lot to make decent money. It was kind of like a mundane clock in, clock out type of thing. And this is not that, right? To say the least. So I just kind of wanted to go over that. So starting with the cons, right? The con of this job, and just because I'm putting it in the cons section doesn't mean I think it's a negative. It's just something that you might think might be a negative. Um, I'm like I'm 2 months into this venture, and I'm pretty much seeing everything as a pro versus a con, but this is something that you might want to think about before jumping in. So number one, I'm always working, right? You're always going to be working. I always have something listed. I'm always negotiating. I'm always talking to people. My day changes on the fly, like this, that, and the other. I think I might be like, oh, tomorrow I got to pick up in a delivery, and then I'm good. No, I might actually have 2 deliveries and 3 pickup. Like, I'm always working. Um, Another con is working weekends, right? The weekends is the most busiest time. And back while I was going to college, I was working at a restaurant back in Michigan. And obviously, working at a restaurant, my weekends were the busiest. So it's nothing that I'm not used to doing. Well, that's definitely could be a con for you if you're like, hey, listen, I am hell bent on not working weekends. Well, this might not be the job for you because Friday, Saturday, Sunday are the busiest days of the week. Um, and another con too that might be a disadvantage for you guys is I'm working on other people's schedules. Hey, you come pick this couch up at this time, or can you please deliver it at this time? I work for them, right? I'm bringing a service to them, whether it be, hey, I'm gonna come pick up your couch, I'm gonna pay cash, and I'm gonna get it right now. I'm gonna be or whenever you're available. I'm gonna be as convenient to you as possible. And then on the flip side, I'm gonna deliver it to the customer at their convenience, right? I can't just deliver it to them when they're not home. So being on other people's schedules could be considered a con for this job. And another thing that I kind of thought about before I started, but being 2 months into this venture, I've noticed I'm in the truck a lot. I'm driving a lot. I'm either picking up couches, I'm delivering couches. I'm always in the car or the truck, moving back and forth, and that's essentially my new office. Besides this garage, is the truck. I don't mind it. I'm just in it a lot, so that's just something that you may not think about starting this venture. And probably the most obvious one, the most obvious con of this job is moving couches all day. Moving couches in and out of houses, in and out of apartments, in and out of complexes. Just honestly, that's not even the worst for me, is just moving them in the garage, right? Like, if I were to do a video every single day, this garage would look different every single day. I may have the same couple couches. You know, I might be sitting on a couch for a day or two, but it's always rearranged. I always need to move something, to get something out, to clean this, to sew that, to, you know, whatever the case. I'm always constantly moving couches. So once again, I don't really care. I was at a desk job for 6-7 years, working my way up the corporate ladder. I love what I'm doing, but that could be a con to you if you don't like lifting heavy things, if you don't like going in and out of people's houses with couches. This might not be for you. Um, and then also another obvious one too, it does kind of take away from family time because as I mentioned, a lot of it is going to be the weekends, right? So with that being said, I'm in the truck delivering. I'm doing all these other things where I could be at the beach with my son and my wife and doing other things with them. But for me, going through those cons is time management, right? Nothing is really as bad as it seems if you can manage your time wisely. So some weekends they might come with me, and I have my son in his car seat in the back of the truck, you know, while we're delivering a couch or picking a couch up, and then while we're out, we might go out to dinner. So it's, hey, real quick, we're gonna drive, you know, 20 miles north to deliver this couch, make 500-600 bucks, and then, you know, we're gonna all go out to dinner afterwards. So thanks for coming, thanks for spending time with me. Now let's go have some family time. So just managing your time is key, before you think about starting a venture like couch flipping. All right, so let's go over some pros of this job. Honestly, I'm gonna start with the most obvious. It's easy money. Like you buy a couch for $50, you sell it for 300. You buy a couch for $100, you sell it. You know what I mean? It's easy money. The ROI, return on investment, on your investment is quick, and it's tenfold, and it's, you know, you double, you triple your money on each investment. So it's easy money. That's obviously number one. Number two for me, just because, like I said, I've been in the corporate world, and I've played politics and moved up ladders and everything like that. There's no gossip, there's no corporate ladder, there's no corporate politics. For me, that's huge. My wife, she's still in that corporate world. I hear about the corporate politics, I hear about the drama. I don't miss it. I don't miss it at all. I just, you know, I listen, I laugh, and I move on. It's a lot different if I'm in it, and if you guys are in the corporate world and you're faced with the corporate politics, I think you would understand as well. So for me, that is a huge, huge pro. What else do I have here? I work on my own time. That's huge. Like I said, I work all the time, but it's on my time, and for me, that's huge. I don't mind working. You know, I'm still not really. I don't even think, maybe if you include drive time, I might work 8 hours a day, but not every single day. I really don't. There's the weekends that I might work a little bit more, and there's always, like I said in the previous videos, there's always 1 or 2 days that are slow, that I literally might not do anything but maybe clean a couple couches or whatever, get to the projects that I haven't got to because it was a free couch and other things are priority. I might put a couple hours in that day or what have you, but there's always going to be slow days, so it's still like you're working 4 or 5 days instead of 7, even though you're technically clocked in at all times. And also working for myself and working for my family, and every dollar that I make is for me and the business and you know, my partner and my wife and all this other stuff. It's our money. I'm not working 8 hours plus overtime and all this other things, or working a salary or whatever, and you know, I'm just getting a piece of the pie and that's it. And the person who's eating the majority of the pie is the CEO, is the chairman, is whatever. I'm working for myself. I'm building my business. I'm investing in myself. I'm investing in my business, and I'm investing in my family. To me, that is literally the biggest pro. And if you guys are watching this video, or if you guys are aspiring to be an entrepreneur or working for yourself, that probably is a big pro for you as well. So just wanted to point that out. Working for me, every dollar is for me, is for the business, is for my partner, it's for my wife, it's for everybody involved. 100%. I'm meeting new people every single day. I love going to people's houses and talking to them. I've mentioned this before. I've never had a bad experience at somebody's house. Like, everyone is super nice, they're super helpful, they just want to chat. I always compliment their house. I've been in beautiful $3 million homes. I've been in probably $20,000 homes. But I always find something to compliment them, like, oh, that's a beautiful art piece, or wow, this house is beautiful, or your guys' neighborhood is so quiet. Like, I'm constantly giving them, like, hey, like, I love what you have, what you're doing. Not, and I mean it too. I'm not just doing it to just, be that guy. I'm doing it because I genuinely think that, but I'm also going out there, even though they don't realize it, I'm the face of the business, right? I'm going out there and putting my good name in, because they can go back and rate me on all these different platforms the marketplace offer up. They can rate me, and I have had people say, oh yeah, I went with you to buy this couch because you have such great rating. So I'm friendly, I'm on time, I'm fair and negotiable. I give them every, good, bad, and ugly about the couch. So I just, going back to my point, I just love meeting these new people, and I'm very extroverted as well. So it's kind of weird, and I thought that was going to be a part that I hated, but because everybody has been so nice and friendly and helpful, it's honestly one of the best parts of the job, is just meeting new people. So you never know who you're gonna meet. You never, like, I've had a guy come here buy a couch for me, and he had a $3 million home, and I walked into his house and there's marble floors and he's literally on the water. Like, I've told this in a video, like, we were sitting out and looking at the fish, like, you could see he was right on the ocean and you could see the fish. Like, I would have never thought, him walking into my garage, that he had that kind of money. But you never know who you're gonna meet. It's just be friendly with everybody. But yeah, pro of this job is just being out there and talking to people, and not just the same people in an office. Like I said, the gossip and all that BS. I love that I don't have to deal with that anymore. So that's huge for me. All right, guys. Well, I hope this video gave you some value, right? Kind of go over the good and the bad. When I first even heard about couch flipping, and even had a inkling of just starting it as a side hustle, I did a whole bunch of research. I watched a whole bunch of videos, and I saw nothing but good. So I just thought, maybe if you guys are even thinking about something like this, you can see the positive and the negative. If I had to give you guys, like, out of 100 where my meter's at, I would honestly say probably 98%. For me, by the way, 98% of it is positive, 2% is negative, and the 2% has nothing to do with what I told you in the cons. Real quick, the 2% that is negative is the unknown, the scariness, the not having that check come in every 2 weeks or however you get paid. I have to go out there and hustle. I have to work my ass off, and I love that. So getting over the fear of that would put me at 100% meter of pros. But yeah, I hope you guys, start this as a venture, a side hustle. Pay off your student debt, pay off your house, pay off your car, put money in the bank for your kids for college, whatever you want to do. But there's opportunity everywhere. I know so many people who are miserable at their jobs and think that they can't do anything else. My entire business runs off my cell phone. My entire business runs off my cell phone. Everyone has a cell phone. I don't have to pay for ads. I don't have to pay for radio. I don't have to pay for billboards. I don't have to pay for an office. I literally buy couches below market value and I sell them at market value. I don't even have to sell the couches. I'm not cold calling couches. If someone has a couch for sale, they're in the market. If someone is reaching out to me to buy the couch, they're in the market. I'm not cold calling. That's what I mean. I've been in sales for 7 years. This is the easiest sales job ever. So just think about that, guys. I appreciate you watching, and catch you at the next video. Peace.